So I want to talk a little bit about the storming of the Capitol Hill, or rather the reaction to what happened. But before I do that, let me just clarify that in no way do I support any use of violence or force to get political power. I think it's horrible what happened. I understand some people were killed, so it's just the whole thing's tragic. Sorry, but I want to point out some interesting things here. When you look at the reaction to the storming in mainstream media, among politicians, there is a double standard there that, you know, it's quite amazing that they can get themselves to say those things. For instance, you have this politician, Alexandra, what's her name? Ocasio-Cortez, is that her name? And she was fearing for her life, she said. And yeah, maybe she was. I don't know. And the condemnation is, you know, complete, as it should be. But you know what? In the USA, there have been riots. Well, before the election, there was riots for months. Cities were burning. I think that there were people fearing for their lives during those riots. I think that there were people who were watching their homes being set fire to, who were watching their local shop being set fire to, who were beaten up, who were killed, because there were actually lots of people who were killed during the riots. I did not see any condemnation from those same politicians during those riots. On the contrary, they were in support of what happened. Now you might say that, well, they were not in support of the burning and looting. But you know what? If that is so, why didn't they speak up against it? These people are fake and they are hypocrites. In fact, you have, excuse my voice today, you know, you have a vice president in the USA now who said about those riots that they will not stop and they should not stop. And she said that after she knew that people had been killed during the riots, during the Black Lives Matter riots. That makes me sick. People like that are hypocrites, and they should not be respected at all. And to me, you know, that people can vote people like that in office, I don't understand it. You know, I truly don't understand it. But there's another aspect of this. You know what I think. You know what I think is making both the mainstream media and the politicians there, so mad and angry at those people who stormed the Capitol Hill. It's not so much the tragic things that happened. It's the fact that you had now the dirty peasants running around in the corridors of the mighty, breaking wind in their offices and sitting in their chairs, you know, and that's against the rules. let's put things in perspective here. I have a question. Which is the greatest sin, if you will, the greatest sin? Approving an airstrike on a village in some country far away, or storming the Capitol Hill in the USA? I know what I think, and I think there were people who were lying there, hiding in, Congress people. Among them, I believe there were people who have, taken money from war industry companies who have approved such airstrikes and similar, and they were lying there clutching their pearls. And then they were saying, "Well, this was horrible. We feared for our lives," as if they could not even imagine that such a thing could happen. After months watching cities burn, after months with riots where people were killed, people were beaten up, people were terrorized.